Guys, welcome back. So, if you have come back, then I am assuming you have read Lady Midnight, because this is a spoiler talk. So, we're going to get into some major spoilers. If you have not read it yet, I have a non-spoiler review. I will leave a link down below. So, yeah, if you haven't read it yet, bye. If you have read it, let's get to talking, because there's so much that I need to talk about. Okay, so, and I apologize in advance, because I'm probably going to be jumping all over the place with this, because my thoughts are kind of everywhere. Let's start with the Palatine Law. Okay, so finally we know why we have that stupid law, because for most of the book we knew that there was a law that, Palatine couldn't fall in love with each other, but the Clave never explained why. And so it just seems like a stupid law right from the get-go, especially when you consider the type of relationship Palatines have. They're supposed to be, super close, and there's this incredible bond, and the way they describe a Palatine relationship, you would think it's a marriage, even though it's not, and it can't be. You're not supposed to fall in love with your Palatine. But, what would you expect with the way they describe it? It sounds like a marriage relationship. Anyway, finally, they explained why you can't fall in love with your Palatine. Because we all knew Julian and Emma were going to fall in love. Seriously, if you didn't see that coming since City of Heavenly Fire, where were you? But for the most part of the book, when they were in love but they couldn't do anything about it, or they had to hide it or whatever, I was like, why? Why do we have this stupid law? I wish someone would explain this to me, as I don't get this stupid law, and I don't like it, because I really like Emma and Julian together. I think they're super cute and fantastic together. But then finally, in the end, they explained it, or Jem explains it to Emma, that you go crazy if you fall in love with your Palatine, because then the runes that you put on each other become so strong that it's like magic that warlocks wield, and since Shadowhunters aren't meant to wield that type of power, it drives both Palatine crazy until they pretty much destroy everyone around them, including themselves, and end up dying. And so I'm like, well, couldn't they have just said that? Couldn't the Clave have told people that from the beginning? Hey, don't fall in love, because this is what'll happen. They also said that, the Clave, their reason that the Clave never told anyone that this would happen if they fell in love was because some people would want that power. They would be power hungry anyway, and would want the power and, do it anyway. And so I'm just like, yeah, but I feel like most Shadowhunters probably won't, if you tell them it's gonna destroy everyone they love, including themselves. I think most are smart enough to go, okay, maybe not something we should do. But anyway, at least I'm glad it was at least explained by the end of this why they could not fall in love. Because that law was just so dang frustrating to me. And there was one point in the book where I forget who says this, but it's like the Blackthorn family motto, and it's like a bad law is no law, and I was like, yes, thank you, bad law, no law, which means Palatine Law should not be a law. Okay, some spoilers for the ending. So, when we find out that Malcolm is the guardian who is behind all the murders in the city, I was like, what just happened? I was so shocked and surprised because I was like, Malcolm? No, because I'm thinking of Malcolm the way that I thought of Magnus, which, you know, I'm sure other people have said this as well, but we like Magnus, we trust Magnus, and so in my head, I'm like, Malcolm is the Magnus of the series, which I think Jesse the reader said the same thing. I was like, I totally agree, because that was exactly my thought when I was reading about Malcolm in here. I was like, okay, this is the Magnus of the series. And then he turns out evil. Well, okay. I don't want to say evil because, yes, evil because he was murdering people. But I do understand his reasoning behind it. And I do feel bad for him. Not justifying what he did, but I do feel bad for him, and I understand his reasoning. Still not good, but yeah, I was just so taken back with that because I was just like, no, but Magnus isn't evil. How can Malcolm be evil? It goes to show you, you cannot trust every warlock out there. Some of them may be good, but you can't trust them all. And here's the thing with Cassandra Clare is she totally throws us for a loop, right? So we're expecting to trust Malcolm because the Blackthorns trust him, and he's Magnus's friend. Magnus vouched for him. Tessa vouched for him. So I was like, he's a good guy. No. And so here's the thing with Cassandra Clare. She throws us for a loop. Because here's the thing. I was expecting something more shady to be going on with Diana, their tutor, right? Especially in that part where Diogo tells Julian and Emma where they're talking about Diana, their tutor, and he goes, didn't Jace and Alec have a tutor that betrayed them? But in my head, when he said that, I was thinking, because I was already suspicious of Diana, and so when Diogo was saying that, I was like, you guys should probably listen to Diogo. Because, I don't know, I don't completely trust Diana. I want to, but she's hiding something. I don't know what it is, but she's hiding something. And I don't trust her. So, yeah. You need to figure out what's going on with her. And, I think when we got to the end, I still have mixed feelings about Diana because even though I think we can maybe trust her, I mean, she's proven herself loyal to the Blackthorns, but at the same time, there's something she's hiding. we don't know what it is. They won't tell us what it is. But there's something she's hiding that I'm just like, I don't know if I can trust you fully. I want to trust you, but I really don't know if I can trust you fully. So I mentioned in my non-spoiler review that there was a point in this book. There's a point in this book where I wanted to stop reading and just not finish the book. And that was the part when we find out Malcolm is the guardian and he just kidnapped Tavi. As soon as we found out he kidnapped Tavi, I put the book down and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I can continue. I can't do this. Oh my gosh, all the feels started coming out at that point. I literally started bawling my eyes out because I was so scared that Tavi was going to die. It reminded me of Max's death. And I just could not bear if I had to live through another death like Max's. Because Max, when he died in the Mortal Instruments, when Sebastian killed him, I was just totally heartbroken. I was shocked first. When I read about Max's death, I was shocked. And then I was totally heartbroken and bawled my eyes out. And then I read that, Malcolm kidnapped Tavi and was going to sacrifice him for the spell to bring back Annabelle. And I was just like, oh my gosh. All the memories, all the feels from Max's death was brought back up. And I was like, I don't think I can finish this. I even posted on my Facebook page, and I posted my status saying, I am so scared about what's going to happen right now and Lady Midnight. If I don't finish the book, then he'll never die, right? So that was my question on Facebook. It's like, if I don't ever finish this book, does that mean I can go on pretending Tavi's alive, he survived, he's not dead, he was never taken? Luckily, Cassandra Clare, she did not crush me in that way. I really don't think I would be able to handle Tavi's death. Not after Max. I don't think I could. He survived. The Blackthorns got him back. And of course, there's the big fight, the showdown with them and Malcolm and his zombie cult followers, whatever. And Emma ends up stabbing Malcolm, and he gets thrown out into the sea. Now, who thinks Malcolm is actually dead? Because I do not buy for 1 second that he's dead. And I've heard several other people say this as well, he is not dead. Because, no. You gotta show me a body to prove to me he's dead. So, I was like, the minute they said he got thrown into the sea and, that was that, it was all done, I was like, no, he'll be back. For sure, he'll be back. Because ain't no way he died just like that. Which will be interesting when he comes back, because now Annabelle is back too. So we have the whole epilogue at the end where Annabelle wakes up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. Okay, now things are gonna get interesting. Because now we get to see what's gonna happen with Annabelle. Like, we don't know. Like, now that she's back, what's gonna happen? Is she gonna want revenge? Is she and Malcolm gonna get back together and like plot to take down all shadow hunters everywhere? Or, are they gonna be the next Sebastian, a power couple version of Sebastian? Are we gonna have another Dark War? What the heck is gonna happen from here? And then at the end, we also get the whole um, plot twist with Kit, which we're introduced to Kit in the beginning of the book. He is Johnny Rook's son, who Johnny Rook, they say, is a mundane who has the sight, works in the shadow market. But then we find out at the end that Kit is actually a shadow hunter, and he is a Herondale. He's from the lost line of Tobias Herondale, and that's just, which, like I said, this is why you need to read Shadowhunter Academy novellas. You probably should, because there's a whole story. There's a whole story in the novella about the lost Herondale. So it's about Tobias Herondale and his, what happened with him. So much, you guys. There's just so much that happens in here. There's so many plot points that I'm just like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see where the series goes. I can't wait to see what happens with Kit, with him being a shadow hunter, because of course now he's going to be in the Institute with Julian and Emma and the rest of the Blackthorns, training to be a shadow hunter. Well, I assume he'll train to be a shadow hunter. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. And then Mark is back and he's staying. Yay! Which Mark, I felt so bad for him when he came back. As you can tell, he has been through a lot when he was with the Hunt. And, then Mark comes back. And Mark being back is also going to be interesting because now we're going to have this really crazy, like, love quadrant, whatever. As at first, Mark and Christina were getting close. And I thought, maybe they would get together. And I kind of liked that idea at first. I was like, oh, Mark and Christina, they could be good together. And then we find him kissing Kiran, I don't know his name, but one of the fairies from the Wild Hunt. He was one of the prince from the Sealy Court, Kiran, and Mark is kissing him, and I was like, what? That kind of just threw me for a loop, but it'll be interesting, because now I feel like we're going to have, especially because at the end, with Emma asking Mark to pretend to date her so that, pretend like they're dating so that Julian will move on and, not stay in love with her, I guess. Which I'm just like, Emma, just tell him the truth. Tell him what Jem told you. But no, she's got to have this whole let's pretend we're dating scheme. So that is going to be a whole freaking mess right there. Because now you're going to have Emma and Mark, which I can see, I'm thinking somewhere along the lines of them pretending to date, they're going to develop real feelings for each other. You can already see that. And so it's going to be a mess. It's then, it's like Emma and Julian, Emma and Mark, Mark and Christina, Mark and Corinne. It's just, forget love triangle. This is a love octagon or some, I don't know. It's just craziness. I am still rooting for Julian and Emma. Yes, there is that whole no falling in love with your parabatai because it'll drive you crazy and make you kill each other and everyone around you. But I feel like there's got to be a loophole around that. Because Emma and Julian need to be together, and I feel like there will be a loophole around that rule. Speaking of couples, so we get to see some of our favorite Shadowhunters from the Mortal Instruments at the end of here. Jace and Clary come in with Magnus, and Robert is there, which, anyway. But we find out from them that Simon and Izzy are getting married, and I was just so excited when I heard about that, because you guys know, if you watched my top OTP videos, Simon and Izzy are one of my favorite OTP couples. Sissy, love them. I am excited for a Simon-Izzy wedding, and now I'm just wondering when Jace and Clary are gonna get married, because, yeah, they're probably gonna be next. At least they should be. I think that's pretty much all I had to say for this video. Guys, talk to me. If you have read Lady Midnight, I need to talk about it so good. So, let me know in the comments below what you thought about it, what some of your favorite parts were. What did you see that coming at the end with Malcolm? Or, because I was just totally taken back. And wait, Kit being a Shadowhunter, that was another one I was just like, where the heck did this come from? That was another twist that I was like, so, yeah. Let me know in the comments below what some of your thoughts were. And were you scared for Tabby too? I was terrified for Tabby. And I was so scared I couldn't do it. I couldn't continue for a while. But let me know in the comments below what your thoughts were and what some of your favorite scenes were. And yeah, I guess I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye!